Okay, so we're going to do some U-joints today, and I've changed one of these U-joints before, the rear one down at the diff, and that one has a Napa brand U-joint. Didn't even last a year, and everybody says that online, that Napa brand just doesn't last, and other off brands don't last. You need to get a good Japanese U-joint. So trying to find Koyo's or whatever other type of good Japanese brand U-joints is just not that easy to find in Canada, especially in my little town. So I picked up some spicers, and country of origin is Japan, so I'm guessing they should be good, and Spicer in general is a good name. They make a ton of axle components and whatnot. So we're going to throw these spicers in, and I got a few extras to bring along wheeling, and if I break one or one wears out, I got more to bring along. So we're going to change these bad boys, and I'm going to show you how to do it. It's a pretty simple job. So one of the first things I like to do is just mark where everything used to be. It probably doesn't matter, but I just like to keep things consistent. That way, hopefully my balance stays the way it should. So now we're just gonna pull the C-clips out of these U-joints. I mean, I can take this out, set it aside, and I can pull the C-clips out of these and then punch these U-joints out. Okay, so now that we got the old U-joints out and the old cups, you can see this one here. I don't know if it'll focus. This one here is pretty nasty and dry. Pretty nasty and dry, so she's had the biscuit. So now that we've got the U-joints out, all the junk out, we're just gonna clean these shafts up good and proper and get them prepared for the new U-joints. All right, now that we got the old smoker up to temperature, we're gonna throw on the old ribs with my own concoction of like 3 parts brown sugar to 1 part Cajun spice as kind of a dry rub. And we're just gonna smoke these suckers for an hour, and then we'll start putting on a barbecue sauce, my own concoction also. So what we're gonna do now is we're just gonna press these cups in and just use the vise to press them in, and then we'll put the U-joints in. Just get them started a little bit here. And then we're just gonna need a socket to press them the rest of the way home. So what we'll use here is we'll just use a socket that's just slightly smaller in the cap, just to help press these the rest of the way in. I like to press the 1 cup in far enough that you can install your snap ring. Make sure it's good and seated into the grooves. And then we'll press the other one in the rest of the way. And we should be able to get our snap ring in this one. And then I like to just tap these, make sure they're good and seated. Into their groove. Now we just install our grease zerk. And we should be good to pump a little grease into it and see how she goes. Alright, we're at about an hour. Ooh, those look awesome. We're gonna hit her with my little homemade barbecue sauce here. It's windy out today. So these caps were spinning, and you can see evidence of them spinning there. So all I'm going to do is take my punch and just make little score marks, just light ones. Otherwise it's going to be real hard to press in our cups, and I've scored there and there. I'm going to put one little score here, a little more like that, and it was spinning on this side. Hopefully that'll be enough. We'll give her a little bit of red Loctite when we put them caps in, and hopefully them scores will be enough to stop the caps from turning. So let's install the first U-joint. So we're going to install these with a little red Loctite. We're going to be careful not to get it inside the bearing cup. So one of the last things we want to do is just apply some grease to these splines. Spline's got fresh grease, the other side's been cleaned. The old slip joint. Then we just got to match up our yellow marks. One tooth out. There we go. That way you keep your drive shaft in phase with this side ear, with this side ear, and this front ear aligned with this front ear, not slightly off a thread or two. You want them in line with each other, so that way you try and eliminate as much vibration as possible. Let's check in on our ribs here. We're running 225 still. Put the old thermometer to them, see where we're at. Beauty. It's time for perfect temperature. It's about 165 or so. We're going to put them in tin foil now. Alright, so I got the old Spicer U-joints in the drive shaft. I'm going to go pop her in the Zook. The ribs will be ready anytime. I'm going to go have something to eat. And we'll catch you guys next Friday. Those turned out pretty good. Oh, hey, you guys are still here? We're gonna eat supper We'll catch you guys next Friday.
See you guys.